Hello everyone, you're on a channel about car soundproofing, and today we will be working on this work-made LandCruiser single cab. So first of all, we will measure the noise before the installation as usual.
Why it's so loud?
The customer has come with us with the problem that while working on this beauty and very powerful car, there is of course the noise. Because the reason for this, because Toyota, unfortunately, they doesn't pay a lot of attention with the soundproofing, but luckily they have very reliable engine in the gearbox, so we can enjoy riding and work with these cars. But comfort, it's always tricky question about Toyota. Luckily, you know, we have a soundproofing where we can solve this problem. So first of all, what is important while you're working and spend a lot of hours driving this beautiful Toyota, it's your comfort. Here we have at the dashboard, we have the doors, we have the rear side wall, and we have the roof. Unfortunately, in the doors there is nothing, and we can do a simple knock test. Now, later we will measure the actual noise. By simple knock test, we can understand there is no vibration damping, nothing that can stop the noise. This is the first point. Second, it's a roof. Here, by sitting in this car, you can see how close your ears are possessed to the roof. So, and if you knock, it's empty. So practically it means it's a very large metal panel that is resonating from the engine. Even in the engine we have like bushings, all this stuff. Anyway, it's metal and it's resonating, and only the roof liner is protecting your ears from any type of noise. But the reason for the roof liner, the purpose, what it serves, it's totally different. It's just a decoration. So we will install vibration damping in sound and heat installation. Besides, we have plenty of different plastic here. This one, which is just shaking. This one, it's okay, but there is nothing behind them. And also very, very large sidewalls here, which is also organized just a large metal. We have a portion of reinforcement bars, but it's definitely not enough. So today we will transform this Toyota single cab into something very quiet and very pleasant to spend the day driving and working. So please take a seat and let's begin the process. So to measure the noise before and after in our studio, because we will never repeat the same condition while driving outside, we will use vibration speaker. So it converts electrical signal into mechanicals. In other words, it's just a road simulation. And then we will use this digital speaker that will show you us the decibels. And now let's proceed with the measurements. So we use white noise because it's stable from the whole frequency, and we'll send this signal to vibration speaker. Let's put our digital level meter inside. Now let's do the same with the roof. So to help us with the soundproofing, we use only STP products. Why? Because there is a range of the products which is specifically designed to resolve the noise problems across different surfaces. Let's start with the roof. On the roof, first of all, we will install vibration damping. It would be STP Aero. It's a 2.2 millimeters, very light and very efficient material. So we will use it on the roof as a first layer. And then, so it will stop this resonance of the metal and stop it shaking. And then to protect from the heat and absorb the rest of the medium and high frequency noise, we will use STP Accent 10 millimeter. This is about the roof. The next, let's talk about the doors. In the door, we have an inner skin and outer skin. In the outer skin, we will use once again STP Aero to create a proper enclosure. And then in an inner skin, to stop this emptiness, and absorb this metal resonance, we will use 6 millimeter STP aerosol, the best product currently available in the whole Australia. The same, let's talk about the floor. The floor, wheel arches, all these noises that are coming from the front wheel arches, partially with not the real wheel arches, but the back of the cabin. First of all, we will use the same 6 millimeter aerosol. It will maximize absorption of the resonance. Besides, it will play a crucial role to stop the heat which is coming from the gearbox. And then on top, for the medium and high frequency noise, we will use STP noise block, which is actually stopping medium and high frequency noise. That's the combination that helps you to minimize the noise and transform this car into something very special and very comfortable. So now let's begin with disassembling this car. So we already disassembled the whole interior in this LandCruiser, and now it's a proper time to answer on the question, why it's so loud? Yeah, why it's so loud when you're driving this LandCruiser, and how we will improve it. We will already discuss the material, but now let's take a look on the surface where we will apply. First of all, let's start with the roof. Here we don't have anything, absolutely. Yeah, so it was just the roof liner, and I would say more that here I see that the rust start appearing because the quality of the paint is I would say like to be more just the better. Let's stick with this. Yeah, so we will remove this rust and install vibration damping. To be honest, in all STP products we have anti-corrosion inhibitors, so it means after our installation there is absolutely no chance, yeah, for any rust appear. It happens because of the difference of temperature. When you're driving, you in a warm day, yeah, you use air conditioning, and inside you have a lower temperature, outside it's warmer, so that's why the moisture is appearing, this water, and on the naked metal, it happens. That's okay, we will treat it. Now let's take a look on the back side. Yeah, once again, just the metal, and the worst case scenario that it's a hollow places. Yeah, there is nothing inside, so we will also dismount this plastic stuff and install vibration damping. Yeah, to feel this emptiness and to prevent, because when the sound is coming into this hollow space, it might even enhance. Yeah, it might be even louder. Yeah, so, and it's just irritating noise. Also in the back side, yeah, completely nothing. We will install vibration damping, sound and heat insulation. And now let's take a look on the floor. On the floor, this is only the one place in this car where Toyota put at least something. It's just a bare minimum of the very cheap vibration damping that they install. We will have to remove it, yeah, to have the maximum performance. We will use dry ice to remove this material and install once again vibration damping, install STP Bromo here to absorb the temperature from the gearbox, and cover the rest with the noise block. That's the plan. And now let's take a look on the doors. So having the door snaked, we can answer and take a look on this. Is there anything inside? To be honest, that's not the first LandCruiser that we are working with, and it's completely empty. Only these reinforcement bars. Why? I don't know. To be honest, it's just trying to save some money, but luckily we can fix this problem. We will degrease everything and install STP aerosol inside. This is the inner skin. Outer skin will be covered with the STP aerosol. It's a 2.2 millimeter, so it will create a proper enclosure and maximize the noise reduction. And yeah, wrap some wirings with the anti-noise tape. That's our default when we're talking about ultimate stage. And now let's take a look on the plastic. Plastic is completely empty. Yeah, so it means, yeah, first of all, clips. It's just the simplest clips. I know that in a Toyota they have an option with a special anti-noise round on the clips, but this one is the simplest one. So we will install anti-noise tape under each clip to stop shaking, and cover this with a vibration damping to prevent this shaking and noise, and then cover with the STP B plus 10 millimeter. So that's the plan. And now let's proceed with the installation. So once the whole interior was disassembled, it's time to take a look on the stock vibration damping, doing some simple knock test. Yeah. To be honest, I don't feel any difference. Yeah, probably it might reduce some very narrow frequency noise reduction, but we will definitely remove it, and we will remove it by using in dry ice. So let me show you how it's organized. So first of all, yeah, you might wonder that we use the same box as we do keep the material, the STP Intrigo. That's because it's a thermal box, and once you've used the material inside, you can use them as a esky, like for traveling with the family and camping, but we can keep a dry ice inside. Oh, let's take a look. Yeah, this magic, yeah, this fancy stuff that might be interesting to see in lessons of physics. So why do we use the dry ice? Because it's the safest way to remove your stock vibration damping without damaging the paint and the metal. And we will right now put it inside on the metal and let it stay there for a couple of minutes, and then we will start removing. So let's proceed. So currently Michael is finishing with the installation of vibration damping, STP Intrigo. And this side we will already install the first and the second layer. This one will protect from the heat and from medium and high frequency noise. You can see there are difference between bromo and the noise block, because this in the front there are more stress on the metal. At the back side it's less stress, so it doesn't make sense to use the bromo. The roof is also done. The vibration damping and sound and heat insulation was installed there, so it will be more noise and temperature protection. And besides, we filled all side walls on this side and inside. So continue installing. So we already soundproofed this beautiful LandCruiser, and now it's time to check what the actual difference. Let's use the same measurement tools. Let's put our digital meter inside. Let's close the door. This door is still stock. This is the last piece that we will soundproof in this car. And now let's measure what we achieved by soundproofing with the STP Intrigo. So we significantly reduced the raw noise by soundproofing the doors. You saw the difference is more than 20 decibels. That's twice as quieter, even more. Yeah, and we also soundproof the roof. It means that it will be completely no echo and more thermal stable. The back side, yeah, the back wall, because you are sitting and this metal is resonating at the back side and on the left and right side. That's also was done in our soundproofing center. That's what you get in the ultimate stage. You get completely everything and the maximum from the soundproofing, from thermal protection, from a gearbox thermal protection, the roof, the floor, everything. So if you would like to soundproof your car, come to SDS and we can soundproof your car at the same ultimate stage. Or you can buy the material in our SDS at shop.com.au. Using SDS 10, you can get 10% discount absolutely on everything. See you guys in the next videos.